In the heart of the ancient Whispering Woods, there was a small village called Eldergrove. The villagers, known for their traditions and close-knit community, had one unspoken rule: never venture into the woods after sunset. The trees of Whispering Woods were tall and twisted, their branches like skeletal fingers reaching out to ensnare the unwary. The air within was perpetually still, carrying an eerie silence that swallowed even the faintest of sounds. One autumn night, under a moon that seemed too large and too bright, a young girl named Clara decided to test the legends. Brave and curious, she believed the stories to be mere fabrications meant to scare children. As the village slept, she slipped out of her home and made her way to the edge of the woods, where the shadows seemed to writhe and beckon. As Clara stepped into the forest, the air grew cold and heavy. Each step she took seemed to echo through the silent trees. She paused for a moment, listening to the whisper of the leaves, which sounded almost like voices. Ignoring the chill that ran down her spine, she ventured deeper. The deeper she went, the more the woods seemed to close in around her. The moonlight barely penetrated the dense canopy, casting long, flickering shadows. Clara could no longer see the path behind her, and the once inviting silence now felt oppressive and watchful. Suddenly, she heard a faint whisper. She turned, but there was no one there. She laughed nervously, convincing herself it was just the wind. But then she heard it again, clearer this time, a voice whispering her name, Clara. Her heart pounded in her chest as she quickened her pace, looking for any sign of an exit. The whispers grew louder, more insistent. Clara, come closer. She stumbled upon an old, moss-covered stone altar, its surface etched with strange, ancient symbols. The whispers seemed to emanate from the altar itself. Clara felt an inexplicable pull towards it, a compulsion to touch the cold stone. As her fingers brushed the surface, the air around her seemed to shimmer, and the whispers became deafening. She tried to pull her hand away, but it was as if the stone had come alive, holding her in place. The whispers turned into voices, chanting in a language she couldn't understand. With a surge of strength, Clara managed to wrench her hand free. She turned to run, but found herself face to face with a figure cloaked in darkness. Its eyes glowed with an unnatural light, and its voice was a cold, mocking whisper. You should not have come here, child. Clara stumbled back, tripping over the roots of the ancient trees. The figure advanced slowly, its form shifting and twisting like smoke. In a desperate bid for freedom, Clara screamed, a sound swallowed by the forest. The next morning, the villagers found Clara lying at the edge of the woods, unconscious and pale. She woke with no memory of what had happened, but she was never the same. Her once bright eyes now held a shadow of fear, and she spoke of the whispers that haunted her dreams. The villagers' strength and their resolve to never enter the Whispering Woods after dark, the legend now a living memory etched into the heart of Eldergrove. And on certain nights, when the wind was just right, they swore they could hear the faint whispers of the forest, calling out to those who dared to listen.